And my wife, Blake, who is like an alien.
My husband, we never work at the same time, but he showed up a few days late after I'd already started shooting. But when my physical therapist enters, he looks like if like Zac Efron and like Fabio had a baby with like a Ken doll.
Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds' intense ambition is reportedly stirring up talk in Hollywood. There's definitely some chatter, and now even Blake's family has stepped into the spotlight, first her sister and now her brother-in-law. We need to break this down. Welcome to our channel. This drama seems far from over. Instead of Blake addressing the rumors herself, we're hearing from her family members, including her brother-in-law. The latest update comes from People, which uncovered a comment on Instagram from Blake Lively's brother-in-law, Bart Johnson. For those unfamiliar, Bart played Troy Bolton's dad in High School Musical. His recent remarks are quite intriguing. Let's go straight to the source. In a birthday post, Bart wrote, "My best friend for 30 years, Blake's dad, gave me my first job, teaching his teenage acting class. That was my introduction to the industry. Mi familia." I have countless memories of family trips, vacations, and even chaperoning Blake's school field trips. Most importantly, I played a role in helping her get closer to her older sister Robin, now my wife of 25 years. I didn't realize they knew each other before, and Blake didn't even know I existed for years. I've had the privilege of being friends with Blake, who is kind, hardworking, and always looking to make the world a better place. She's been an incredible role model, putting her family first and spreading kindness. Blake is an amazing wife and mother, and I've learned a lot from her. I've got a long way to go to live up to her example. Love you, Blake. These are some of my favorite pictures over the years, especially of us swing dancing at the airport. Happy birthday, sister. Special shout out to Papa Ernie Works, the greatest. Then, an Instagram user named Ellen commented, criticizing Blake. It's a shame she's promoting happiness in a DV setting without considering the victims. Disappointing from Blake, and even more disappointing that Daddy Bolton supports it. Bart responded, "Ellen, I'm really sorry you feel that way. I'm sure you have a big heart and want the best. But I can assure you the truth hasn't come out yet. Blake worked harder on this film than anything I've ever seen because it meant so much to her." He added, "Were you on set? How can you judge if you weren't there? The message is in the book and the movie, not just in short clips or interviews. Blake is the reason this film's message is reaching people. Were mistakes made? Sure, but who doesn't make mistakes? Mine just aren't under the spotlight. Anyway, I respect your views and wish you nothing but love. Thanks for the comment. Lots of love." Bart later thanked Ellen for her kind reply, saying, "The truth will come out soon." This exchange happened just a few hours ago. There's a lot to digest here. Someone close to Blake is speaking out, offering insight and hinting at behind-the-scenes efforts to manage the situation. While some suggest Blake may not be to blame and that there's more to the story, the full truth is still emerging. Let's see how this unfolds.
You are the best thing that has ever happened to me.
We've actually now heard from crew members, and we're going to talk about that in our upcoming videos. I hope you'll join us later, and I hope to see you for our other videos. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button so you get alerted. There's some interesting stuff to cover. Also, Robin Lively, the sister, co-signed the defense of her sister. Interestingly enough, she didn't go as loudly. She wrote on Instagram, "Here it is, a birthday, blah blah blah. That's my birthday queen right there. I love this girl, my sister, best friend, my little piggyback rider. You are one of the best humans I know. Happy birthday, Bridges." Good, they're cute. Family should always support family, and it looks like they're very close. Blake is a lovely human being. I think it was here, thank you for this, love being. I hope she knows that the multitude of people who love her are so much greater than the negative voices. And the sister replied, "Thank you for this." So look, they're all paying attention, which means they're all out there showing her support. I wouldn't expect anything less, of course. The family better support her, it would look really bad if they didn't. So, showing defense for the sister is a smart move. Now, Troy Bolton's dad really stepped it up even more, saying, "The truth hasn't come out yet." Well, now you're just kicking up a hornet's nest. Just when things seem to be dying down, nope, it's not over. You don't even know the half of it. Oh well. Alright, consider me intrigued, Wildcats. Now on top of that, the whispering in Hollywood, this is legit. As we reported yesterday, if you missed it, there are now reports that Ryan Reynolds might have scabbed on this movie, meaning he could have written outside the union. Ryan Reynolds is in the WGA, and now there are theories that he must have rewritten a scene during the strike. Again, no proof of that, but it doesn't look great for Ryan. They're saying he wrote it before, which I guess is possible, but of course he'd say that. Look, I wouldn't even fault him if he did. You can't tell a writer to stop writing when they're off for these months. Everyone was writing during the strike. They're lying if they say otherwise. But look, these two are no doubt massively successful, having the #1 and 2 movies together. Not since Bruce Willis and Demi Moore have we seen a couple like that. They're becoming a very powerful duo. Full disclosure, I had the luxury of working with Ryan way back. I like him a lot, one of the nicest guys I've ever worked with, legitimately. I can say I don't know Blake, but I can't imagine he'd want to marry someone who's not nice. So, all of this is frustrating to me because I don't want to pile on Blake. I've never tried to. I've never been mean or tried to bully her in the slightest. There are just some clips now, girl, that aren't out of context. You had a bad day, come forward and admit it. You were mean to that interviewer, I firmly believe that. And I do think it's a bad look to be putting your alcohol brand in a movie about domestic violence. I stand by these things, that's fair criticism, that's not bullying.
You have a baby at home, and you have a baby on the way. Congratulations.
What makes you say that?
But now, because of all this, the lack of science and the sort of ruthless ambition, as they're calling it in the whispers around town, it hasn't gone unnoticed that they're willing to throw their weight around when it comes to getting what they want. The sheer level of ambition between the two of them is blatantly obvious, but what people in the industry are whispering about is their ruthlessness in achieving their goals. I mean, look, that's anybody who's successful. They'll do what they have to. I mean, talk about Mr. Beast, which no one wants to talk about, but that's a whole other thing. I'm not claiming they're the same, but when you get powerful enough sometimes to really claw your way and maintain it, you do have to do some things. It's what Hollywood is. It's why Hollywood is so gross and why I'm glad I'm out of Hollywood. But this idea of whether they should be punished for working there but off ruthlessly to get their products and brands and make a life for themselves, I can't be mad at that. At the same time, sneaking in the movie Your Husband's Seen, which ET Entertainment Tonight is reporting, they're saying they can confirm Ryan Reynolds wrote a scene for Ends With Us that made it to the final cut of the film. Came as news to Justin Baldoni, who found out only after Blake lively revealed it on a red carpet. This is too much. Now look, I can't imagine he would have said no to Ryan Reynolds. He probably would have been excited. But this weird fact that she was going and doing that without telling him, then revealing it for the press on the red carpet, it's weird, man. It's a weird bad look. I don't know, I think it's an overstep. Now, maybe Ryan didn't know. Maybe there's a bit of a conflict here. I thought Justin knew. I didn't know. He was probably just giving her some lines, as he should as a supportive husband. So look, there's a lot here that I'm still torn about. I'm not trying to hate on these two, I'm really not. I like Ryan and I don't really know Blake, and I don't want to just criticize them. But Blake, this is causing a lot of stress, man. Why? For what? Why did all this go the way it did? I don't understand. Well, we're going to break that down in our upcoming videos, so stay tuned for more. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the bell for alerts so you get notified about our upcoming videos. Hit the like, leave your comments to help engagement, and tell me what you think. Are you surprised by this comment from Troy Bolton's father? I want to hear what you think about the brother-in-law and everything else. Let me know and stay tuned for more.